Hello there, YouTube. It's your boy B3 back with another kicking graphic novel review. Yes, we just did a bunch of Hulk stuff, and I did promise we would do some kind of Elseworldy DC stuff after that. So today we are looking at Injustice, Gods Among Us, Year Zero, the complete collection. Yes, I am a huge Injustice universe fan. I'm not a big gamer, but I did like the original. I have not played Injustice 2, but I have read all the comics, every scrap of them, and today we're finally looking at Year Zero. I've done Years 1 through 3 and then the first volume of Ground Zero, but none of Injustice 2. Let me read you the back of the book real quick here, folks. Years before he was a dictator, he was Superman. The beloved fan-favorite series Injustice is back, and this time with a prequel, Year Zero. Also, I just want to stop and say that's really funny, because Years 1 through 5 were prequels to the video game. So this is a prequel to a prequel. Absolutely hilarious. Anyway, long before Superman established his tyranny, before Batman led the insurgency, and even before the Justice League was still just a league, there was the Justice Society of America. A secret begins to unravel when the JSA, within the JSA, about how one member controversially used a mysterious amulet back in World War II to help turn the tide of the war. Flash forward to the present, when this secret amulet is found in the hands of the Joker. And the Justice League and the JSA suddenly find their teams being torn apart from the inside. Is there a traitor in the room? Or is someone hiding something that could ruin every DCU superhero forever? Either way, buckle up, because in true Injustice tradition, no one is safe, and both heroes and villains will die. Woof. Based on the video game phenomenon that started it all, Injustice Gods Among Us Year Zero reveals why the Joker went after Superman in the first place in Year 1. Fan favorite writer Tom Taylor, who I've taken to calling the Elseworld King because he does Elseworlds better than anybody else. It's true. Along with artists Roge Antonio and, Cyan Torme? My apologies. Take you back in time in the Injustice universe to when Batman and Superman were still the world's finest and not pitted against each other yet in this epic and heartbreaking prequel collects Injustice Year Zero, 1 through 14. I think this was a digital firsts comic when it first dropped. Not entirely sure about that. But wow, I love Injustice. The main years I have the digital and omnibus versions of. The physical ones. It's pretty great. And I'm a huge Justice Society fan. I say this all the time. I love the Justice Society so goddamn much. I'm so happy to actually have this around. It really is truly wonderful. But it starts off with this prisoner in Blackgate who wants to kind of get out to see his grandson or meet his grandson. His parole officers deny him parole, or the parole board denies him parole. And he tries to get out of prison. We see a lot of cool stuff, just some normal superheroics fighting Black Mask and whatnot. And then we see kind of this party that the Justice League throws for the Justice Society. And it's got an OG Mr. Terrific, which I thought was very interesting. Very, very cool. And Wonder Woman stands with them, so she fought alongside them, confirmed, which I thought was very interesting. And Our Man is there, which also fascinated me, because I thought that the drug they made in Injustice was basically just that universe's version of Miraclo, which is the drug Our Man uses to get his powers for an hour. But I guess they are different? I thought that was just this dimension's version of that drug, but I guess not. I guess there's two superpower drugs in the Injustice universe, because not Iron Man, Our Man's right fucking there. And so, ta-da! But yeah, it's a very fun party. You get to see a friendly sparring session between Batman and Wildcat, where Wildcat beats him. It's amazing. The Spectre shows up to chill out. Then Joker ends up breaking that guy out of prison, which becomes problematic because that guy visits his grandson, and then the Joker is kind of goes buck wild, you know, which of course leads to this old man telling a story about World War II, when they found this amulet with like an upside down ankh on it, and it seems to belong to a dark version of Dr. Fate. I guess if I had to name them right off the top of my head, Professor Chaos. Oh shit, that's fucking Butter's name, isn't it? Ah, that's Butter's name in fucking South Park, isn't it? But that makes sense. Dr. Fate, Professor Chaos. It's clearly just an evil Dr. Fate kind of thing, with a being in the helmet and whatnot. It's very cool. Would buy a figure of. But Joker, who's already quite chaotic, gets his hands on this amulet that basically makes him as powerful as Dr. Fate, which is insane, by the way. That is an insane level of power for the Joker of all people to fucking have. And we see him kind of use it to control the minds of the Justice Society. Like, make them do horrible things before killing them. And there's actually some great black comedy in this as well. And some very cool mystery to it. I really like this book. And the way they beat them is Joker's magical amulet is unable to corrupt Superman. Right? And so Joker's like, oh, Batman tells him Superman's uncorruptible. And so Joker's like, Superman's uncorruptible. We'll fucking see about that, dude. We will fucking see about that. Also get some cool stuff with Harley and Ivy lesing out, which is very fun. It's always nice to see them together. So wholesome. Gotta love it. But yeah, let me tell you this. Joker controlling Jay Garrick Flash is absolutely horrifying. Just freakishly horrifying. He doesn't know how to use the speed, so he's just tearing people apart. It's insane the damage he's able to do with Jay Garrick alone. Incredible. It's really actually horrific. And watching all these people mourn Jay and Alan Scott when he's injured and whatnot, it's really quite an incredible book. Like, when I was first reading it, and I was like, this is good, but I don't feel like it really brings anything to the world of Injustice. But then at the end, when we find out that this is kind of the event that inspired Joker to go after Superman, that was cool. That was cool. And also, seeing this super incorruptible, idealistic Superman right here at the beginning, to be honest, that actually makes his fall feel even harder. Makes it feel even further. Makes him seem like he was corrupted even more than we initially saw. Which is pretty fucking insane, because he had already fallen quite far. But they put him on an even higher pedestal in this than they did in Injustice Year 1 at the beginning. So Superman falls a lot harder and farther in Injustice than we thought. Wow. But yeah, this is a good book. The art goes hard. The story goes hard. I mean, Tom Taylor, you can't go wrong. I've never read anything by Tom Taylor that wasn't fucking amazing. Also, I really like the digital first cover for chapter 3. With Hitler getting punched out, it looks like an old-timey wartime poster. It's really cool. I like that aesthetic. But yeah, that is it for Injustice Gods Among Us Year Zero, the complete collection. It's really good. It's really good. Once again, Tom Taylor does the best Elseworlds work out of just anyone. Really magnificent stuff. You got to love him. You gotta. Plus, you know, I feel like it's a really good portrayal of Joker and Harley Quinn and the Justice League and the JSA. I feel like they nailed all these characters, and God, as much as I hate seeing the Justice Society torn apart, I sure did love seeing the Justice Society torn apart. That's it once again. Thank you all, and I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.